Welcome to another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on amazon.com. We back with another exclusive episode. It's another Sunday. Sunday where I'm from. Sunday where I'm located. Might not be Sunday where you're located. But hey, we here, man. We making it do what it do. On the Sunday afternoon, you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a couple minutes with me. And I appreciate that. I'm that guy that'll tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things going on out here. It's a messy world. I had a little discussion with somebody today, actually yesterday. She was talking about how she wants to be happy. All I want to do is be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. But I also told her, I said, happiness is subjective. And it means something different to everybody. What makes you happy doesn't necessarily make me happy. Or vice versa. It just depends on the individual. But in reality, no one can really make you happy. That's why I always say happiness is an inside job. So when you come in, hit the like button and let me know where you reside. Where you from? Represent your city. But there's a lot of things I've learned over the years as far as happiness goes. And this is scientific, universal. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what language you speak. At the end of the day, everyone wants to be happy. But there's one thing that's interesting when it comes to your happiness that almost nobody talks about. I mean, they talk about it at the Ivy League colleges, universities. They talk about it, but I don't hear it within the mainstream media. Almost doesn't exist. And there's a reason why that is. Because, see, in this country, almost any Western westernized country at this point, or any country or territory controlled by Western powers, they kind of teach through osmosis that you have to go outside of yourself for everything. And religion plays a part in this as well. And this is why every time most people need to do something, they automatically seek elsewhere without even thinking about it. They automatically seek elsewhere. They don't even try. I don't care what it is. And you might be guilty for doing this too. I know I was. Whatever you needed to do, whatever you wanted to do, even whatever you thought about doing, you automatically seek elsewhere. Off top. I've been guilty of that. That a lot of that's based on religion. Because religion teaches you that you're not enough. You need to pray to some man up in the sky. You need to pray to some man in the sky. Some man that you never seen before. You don't even know if he exists. And you praying to somebody you don't even know if they ever existed. Yeah, everything starts with self. You got that right. Yeah, everything starts. It starts with you and ends with you, basically. That's how that is. Yeah, it starts with you and ends with you. All the answers that you want, it's inside you. That's just reality. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't want to hear that because they're not used to thinking like that. That's a different shift. The average man and woman would have to make. They would have to sit there and think and figure out a lot of things. And they don't want to have to figure out a lot of things. They don't want to have to think about anything. They just rather somebody else come in. They'll pay people to do almost anything today. If they don't have to think, and they even come out with books and don't make me think so hard. I think that's the name of a book. Don't make me think so hard. Because we live in a society where if you got the money, just pay somebody to do it. And they don't even know if this person really knows what they're doing. But they don't really care. Because most of the time, they don't even know how to do it. Have no clue of how the process even goes. And then when they get hustled, they can't believe it. It doesn't work. They have reversed the roles. That is why we have a world full of confused people. Religion teaches you how to be codependent. Yeah, that's true. That's how the game is played today. Religion teaches you that you're not enough and you can't do it. You can't do anything alone. You can't think alone. You can't be by yourself. You can't go any place by yourself. You can't do anything by yourself. You gotta have that Bible with you. Gotta have that Bible. And keep praying. Jesus Christ is gonna come and save you. Oh man, I'll tell you, man. I mean, it's all spookism, basically. I mean, it's like, you know how crazy you got to be praying to something, praying to a man that you don't even know if they exist or not. You know how crazy you got to be, and you can't even talk about it with these same people. You can't talk about Jesus. You can't talk to them about it. That's how crazy people are. The harmless doctrine. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, man. It's man, that brainwashing is strong, man. You can, man, you got to be out of your mind. You know, just to function that way in society. You can't even talk to them about anything involving religion, any religion for that matter. Jesus Christ. We can't even sit down and have a conversation without somebody flipping out or getting upset. I'm like, man, oof, man, it's rough, man. This is why they tell you don't talk about anything quote controversial. You know what it is: religion, race, sex. What's the other one? Politics. There's another one too. Oh yeah, your pay. How much you get paid? That's it. You know, those are the things, the taboo subjects. Oh, don't talk about that. Oh no, man. You know. All right, geez, man. It's, and the funny thing is people will say they'll listen to what I just said 10 minutes ago. I know people personally that would agree with everything I just said. But at the same time, they'll go along with the dogma. They'll go along with the programming. So I'm like, wait a minute. That's hypocrisy at its finest. That's like flip-flopping and hypocrisy at its finest. You know, it's just a crazy world that we live in, man. With crazy people too. You know. But one thing I can say, man, I don't know how this works out. Well, I do know how it works out. I shouldn't say that. I do know how this works out. But even from my experience, I would say the best thing you can do is be the happiest you can be as humanly possible. I mean, you're not gonna always be happy all the time. Let's just cut this nonsense out. You know, we live in a real world here. This is no fairy tale world. But the best thing you can do is be the happiest you can be at any given time. And that tends to, I'm talking about myself now. That tends to radiate a certain amount of energy, a certain vibe. And you usually end up attracting the same or vibing with the same type of people that, you know, have a happy-go-lucky vibe on that particular day. That's usually how that work out. You know, at any given moment, this is why I always say you should strive to be the best you can be at any given moment, any given day and time. And on that given day and time, when you're out and about in public, that's who you're going to vibe with. That's who you're going to attract. You know, you get who you are. You don't get what you want. You know, now, of course, you know, tomorrow you might not be the same person. You might not be vibing on the same frequency. You know, that's just how it is. We're only human. The next day you might be sick. You might not feel that well. Somebody might have hurt your feelings. Who knows? I don't know. You know, but all you can do is be the best you can be and as happy as you can on any given day and time. And that's going to radiate a certain amount of energy and frequency when you're out in public, and you tend to get people that's going to be somewhere similar or somewhere in between. That's usually how that works. That's how it's worked for me over the past 20 years. That's usually how that works. Now, on the opposite side of the coin, if you're very unhappy, you don't like who you are, don't like how you look, self-hate, etc., well, that's what you're gonna get too. That's what you're gonna get too on any given day and time. That's how that is. If your life is a mess, if you feel like your life is spinning out of control, you're depressed. I mean, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. That's what it is. You can't really expect. I mean, as a matter of fact, if your life is not in order, if your life is like if you feel like your life is spinning out of control, you shouldn't even be on the market. You shouldn't even be trying to meet anybody. That's my opinion on that. But some people would disagree with that, of course, because a lot of people, especially women, we tend to put the cart before the horse, and a lot of women, and even some guys do this. They're looking for somebody to save them. When a lot of women, when their life is spinning out of control, a lot of women and even some guys, they're looking for somebody to make them happy. They're looking for somebody to save them. And what usually ends up happening is they usually end up becoming needy. And that usually doesn't work out. Because they usually want to suck they're trying to suck the life out of that person. They want to pull them down like, oh, give me some of what you got, whatever that is. So that's, and a lot of things that happen to people, it's not always their fault, but at the same time, you have to take responsibility because it's your life. A lot of people, they came in the world in a bad situation from day one. A lot of people I know haven't even had a fair shot at life yet, and they're in their 20s, and they still ain't had a fair shot yet. They came out of the mother's womb in a bad situation, and it shouldn't happen that way, but it happens a lot in the United States of America. Let's see. Politics and religion is what controls the mass, and we have been told to never discuss it, but in reality, those are the very things you should question. Yeah, exactly. The reason why they say don't talk about those taboo subjects, because those are the most important things that people should talk about. And they don't want people to start talking too much, basically, because when people start talking, they tend to gather together and they form little groups, networks, and that usually starts trends in society. So that's what that's really about. Everything works in harmony. Energy is energy, no doubt about it. What's up? What up? They don't want you to figure out the program. Exactly. They don't want you to, they want people to stay dumb and dumber. Just like the movie. Basically. Dumb and dumber. The dumber you are in this society, the more you're going to get taken advantage of. And nobody's going to really tell you what's really going on around here. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of people are really afraid. The people that really know what's going on out here, they're really afraid to say in most cases. G-Star in the house. I figured it out about 10 years ago and never looked back. Yeah. Once you know better, you kind of have to take responsibility for and do better. Otherwise, you just playing yourself. White dudes catching bodies. Oh well. Big shout out in Australia, New Zealand, Aussie world. I haven't been to Australia in a long time. Bet it's changed a lot down there. Kangaroo land. Yeah, man. So yeah, everyone wants to be happy, man. Everyone wants to be happy, but I think most people go about it the wrong way. And I don't think most people know any better. They don't know any better. They're just doing what everybody else is doing, or at least trying to, or attempting to. But when it doesn't work, they blame somebody else. But when it does work, they take all the credit. The minute you hit this world, the programming starts from the vaccines, religion, education institution. By the time you figure it out, most already be dead. Yeah, that's a good point, man. Most of the time, by the time most people figure out that they basically done lived a lie, the whole life they live has been a sham, they're in the 60s. They're in their 60s, man. But that's true. By the time most people figure out that, man, my whole life has just been a made up pile of bricks. Man, they're in their 60s, man. Shot and killed 49 of color and 100 injured. Oh, this was oh yeah, I heard about this in the Netherlands, right? G-Star? I heard about it. Yeah. Were you around there? That area, G-Star? Not far from there. Yeah, but who? See, we don't know who was that guy. See, you never know who these people are. That's the thing. They'll tell you what happened, but who's that guy that did the shooting? Who is he really? You never know. That's the thing. Any type of mass shooting like that takes a special person to do something like that. There's no normal, not even close to being normal person can shoot. You know how hard it is to shoot one person? And this guy, this lunatic is shooting 49 people killed. 100. That takes a special person to do something like that. It's different mentality. A lot of people don't realize that. They think that it's easy to just shoot and pull the trigger. No. You have to be severely brainwashed to do something like pull something like that off. White supremacy is a lie. It's a system designed to deceive the masses and keep the images of Europeans in so-called power. Yep. No doubt about it. And see, the problem, man, the lies are everywhere, though. That's the thing. I mean, mediocrity is everywhere. I mean, it's at your parents' house. It's at your cousin's house. It's at your brother's house. It's at your sister's house. It's at the job. It's at the restaurant, the sports bar. It's at Walmart. It's at Kmart. It's at the mall. It's down the street at the park. You can't run from mediocrity. You can't run from the lies. I mean, people are saying stuff that you know it ain't true. But it's like, come on. But people say stuff like this when you were growing up. You can do anything you want. Come on, man. Yeah, go get the book. G-Star said, yeah, my book changed his life. A few people have said that. They call G-Star, you call it the Bible. Yeah. It will save time. It will save time and money. You got that right. I mean, so mediocrity is everywhere. They say stuff like, man, you can do anything you want. I'm like, what? No, you're not. You're not going to do everything. No. Then they say you can do everything if you put your mind to it. No, you're not. In your whole entire life, you might accomplish 3 to 5 things, like mastery. 3 to 5 things in your entire life. That's it. Less than 10, guaranteed. Oh, you might try a lot of different things, but don't accomplish nothing. Because you didn't take the time. But you're not going to do everything. Oh, no. I mean, they say all the cliche stuff. Then you'd be like, what? Like, let's say you're an athlete. You play football. Y'all just got beat 21-0. You go home. You meet your parents at home. Because they was at the football game, watching the game. As soon as you get home, you're like, oh, it's okay. Y'all did good. What? We lost 21-0? Yo. No, here. Yeah. Yeah, so how the hell y'all did good? Y'all just lost 21-0. I mean, this is stuff that you hear growing up as a kid. I'm like, come on, man. We got our butt kicked. And it ain't nothing to celebrate. It's just give me a break, you know. But this is stuff that we grow up listening to this because our parents, they ain't want to hurt our feelings. You know, your grandparents don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to make you feel bad. I'm like, come on, man. What are we doing? Most of us, we had bad role models growing up. Yeah, our parents were there. My parents was around. But some of the stuff they used to say, I'm like, huh? And then what happens, especially today, I think today is worse because a lot of parents are setting their kids up to fail because they'll baby them. They'll be soft and fluffy until they get out in the real world, and then they become snowflakes. They become snowflakes. I mean, as soon as somebody says no, or punches them in the face, or stabs them in the back, they finish. I mean, I give up. You're soft. You're weak. So, like, come on, man. Come on. Some people, men and women, they would rather look good and fail, rather look bad and succeed. Like, that ain't gonna work. I mean, like, eventually it's gonna fall apart anyway. If you don't have no foundation, it's crazy. Well, it's sad. A lot of parents force their kids to live a mediocrity life. They don't see how far their kids see, so they shoot down their dreams. Yeah, that's true. You know, the parents can't see what the kids see. So yeah, that's out. True, but if they can paint a picture of their image in your head, well, they will have you and your offspring brainwashed. Yeah, that's how that works. You know, pretty much. You know, they say, without a vision, the people perish. They say that's in the Bible. So yeah, whatever words or picture they can paint in your mind, and if it sticks long enough, if you keep seeing those images long enough, that's the course you're gonna go down. That's the road you're gonna go down, basically. You thought you was gonna see a girl. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. A lot of brothers raised by single moms can't handle the real world. They believe everyone should give them whatever they want. Little Prince syndrome. Well, yeah, I think sometimes that single mom thing, I think that thing's kind of I think it's kind of overrated. You know, the single mom thing where it's like, if you're a single mom, if you're from a parent of a single household, you're kind of through. You're garbage. You're washed up. I think that's kind of been thrown out of proportion. I think that's I never really agree with that. Of course, there's a big distinction if you don't wake up every morning and see two parents in the household, of course that matters. Of course that makes a difference. But if my dad right down the street, how much am I really missing it? So I think people have to say things within context. Some people make it seem like, now if you never knew your dad, oh, that's something else. That's something else. But if your dad is right down the street, how much am I really missing? And even some parents that live together, they still ain't getting nothing. So it's not a cut and dry thing here. That's all I'm trying to say. But people try to put a paintbrush on everybody that's not married, that's not living in the same household. It doesn't really work that way. I know some parents that they ain't never got married to each other, but the kids turn out very well because the mom and the dad had a lot of impact within the kids' lives. So I think some of the stuff is that they say in the media, they make it seem like if the two adults don't get married, that kid is finished. I'm like, I disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. Yeah, I just don't. Everything, you have to look at the context of everything. Look at every situation is not different. It's not the same, I should say. Every situation is not the same. Every household is not the same. Every relationship parents have with the kids is not the same. Some kids, the mom was a side piece. I know some parents that were like this. The mom was a side piece, or the mom was a booty call. That's how they got here. That's how the kids got here. So in that situation, that could go either way. I've seen certain situations where if the mom is a side piece and his dad got a family down the street, he probably ain't gonna be around often. He'll be around, but not very often. I've seen that scenario happen. And then I see the other scenario happen. I've seen where the mom wasn't necessarily the side piece. She was like, they were like the family on the side. and it, that the dad was around all the time. So hey, it's just not cut and dry, So I just think a lot of times you can't believe very much of anything within the mainstream media. You can't. Mine too. I have great parents, but they are programmed, so they will only teach what's been told to them. That is why the program continues. Well, yeah, I mean, when it comes to our parents did the best they could do. I truly believe that. And they can only teach what they know. And even some stuff that they know, they still ain't gonna teach it. Because they don't feel comfortable. Because if they feel like if they teach you everything they know, they feel like they exposing themselves. So that's what that's really about. And I've had some conversations with my dad about stuff like that, but he didn't. I could tell he wasn't comfortable talking about everything, but he still talked about it though. He wasn't proud of it though, everything he done, but he still talked about it. But I know some parents, if they not proud of something that they did in the past, they don't want to talk about it at all. They'll cut you off or leave the room, leave the room or something like that. You know. So like the video, subscribe, share this video. You know. So yeah, there's a lot of parents like that too. It's like, you know, they're not bad parents. They they're just not the best role models. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's like if you want to be great, if you want to be the best you can be, and you have to get around somebody that's going to push you. You have to be around. It don't have to be one person, but you have to be around somebody or a group of people that see something in you that you don't necessarily see in yourself. That's how you elevate yourself and take your life, what you know, what you do, to the next level. That's usually how it works. See, the best thing about this is who you are is going to elevate everything else around you. So if you upgrade yourself as a person, your income tends to get better, your job opportunities tend to get better, the women you date tend to get better. I mean, how you carry yourself tend to get better. Your vibe, your energy, your charm, your charisma, everything tends to get better. It's like a full circle, basically. You can't have one without the other. That's how this works. Sometimes you have to get away from your parents because you end up looking at the world through their eyes. Stockholm Syndrome. The best parents want you to understand life for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes family can be the worst. For real. I mean, yeah, sometimes, man, you just gotta limit your time around family. Some, not all, but some. And you know who they are. You know, it's not all your family, but I would say at least half. What up, Anthony? Yeah. Because, see, your family, they're not on the same page with you 9 times out of 10. And this is probably 1, 2, 3 of them at best, less than 5 for the most part. That's going to be on the same page with you. They might not necessarily understand you, but they can see where you're trying to go. And then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I can support that, or I can make a phone call, or I can introduce you to somebody, or etc." You know. But for the most part, most of your relatives, they're just not gonna get it. Now, they might never get it. Like never, ever. Yeah, they might not ever get it. And that's cool. It's not there's nothing wrong with it. You know, hey man, sometimes it's best that way. You know, sometimes it's best that way, man. But I haven't seen most people change until they really get around a certain group of people. And you gotta be consciously aware of what you look at on television, what you look at on the internet, what you listen to, what goes in your ears. You gotta feed your mind. The images, what you listen to, who you hang around. When you get in your car, what do you listen to? Do you listen to radio? That garbage? You listen to that garbage on the radio? Yeah, I'm always consciously aware of what I listen to and what I see, you know. See, you have to understand, even if you go on Instagram, if you go on Instagram a lot, you scrolling through looking at the girls on Instagram. If you do that all the time, that's going to make you want to get at a girl that's like that on Instagram. Now, I already know this. I understand this. But the reality is, most women in your town, in your city, are probably not like the girls on Instagram. Most women don't look like that in your town, in your city. In New York, Miami, LA, Chicago, yeah. San Francisco, yeah. But the rest of these towns, probably not. You go to your job, you probably ain't got too many. You probably don't work with a lot of women that look like the girls on Instagram. No. So now, if you keep looking at those women on Instagram, now you have unrealistic expectations for yourself, because you feel like you feel like your woman, your girlfriend, your wife should be like the girls that you look at on Instagram every day. That's what that's brainwashing. That's simple brainwashing. And you're probably doing it yourself. You don't even realize it. You know? So if Instagram is brainwashing you, what do you think cable television is doing to people? Whew, man. What God put in your heart is for you and you alone. It's not the family job to understand it. Well, I think it's easier said than done. I agree with you. But a lot of people are still sucking on their mother's nipples. I have a friend that I was talking to Friday. And she said she feels like she's 30, 35. And she feels like she's still obligated to do what her parents want her to do. She feels like she still has to please her parents. And she's 35. She can't get off her mother's nipples at 35. Shout out to Bowden. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this is what happens to a lot of people. That, they've been living for the parents for over half of their lives. She's 35. And she says now for the first time in her life, she feels like she want to get off her mother's nipples. And now she feel free, relieved, less stress for the first time in her life. And the reason why it happened that way for her is because it wasn't the stuff her parents was telling her wasn't working out. She was miserable. She hated her job. She got fired from her job, but she hated it. And when she got fired, she felt free, relieved, like a new beginning. Those are prostitutes that can go to some spots. And porn will mess you up as well. Be careful. Yeah, porn, yeah. Yeah, porn give guys, men and women, unrealistic expectations. Yeah, some of those girls on Instagram, yeah, they be tricking off. Yeah, a lot of them girls be tricking off. A lot of them girls that you see that's always in the hotel all the time, every weekend, every other, because you see them, right? And sometimes they'll even have it posted that they're in a hotel. Every weekend, every other week, they're in a hotel all the time. They're like never home. Majority of these girls, they're never home. So I'm like, oh, I think she's tricking off. And they're always all over the place too. Different parts of the country. Sometimes they're in another country. So guys be paying. Yeah. Guys be paying for the cooch. Hey man, hey. I'm not a whole hater. I'm not paying though. Forget that. Nobody ever told me I had to pay for it. A good parent will cut the umbilical cord when the child is 19 to 20. Birds will kick the babies out at a certain age to fly. Yeah. When they taking pictures, pay attention to the background. Yeah, the background, it looks like a hotel or someplace new. It doesn't look like they live there in most cases. Look like a rental or a hotel, someplace that's not their home, So, and if you look at how the girls take some of the pictures, they're campaigning for guys. Now there's some girls that are promoting products, services. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not talking about those girls. There's some girls that actually have legit businesses. They promote other people's stuff. They have merchandise. They built a brand. That's cool. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about these other girls. The strippers, the girls that they don't even have a lot of followers at all. Couple hundreds. Couple thousand, hundreds at best. Where the revenue coming from. You have to have a lot of followers to get any type of sponsor deal. They don't even have followers like that. And they're in a hotel all the time. Yeah. And they don't even take pictures with anybody. Most of these girls never take pictures with anybody. It's just them. So I'm like, who's taking the picture though? Because the camera is at a distance from them in most cases, and they're outside. So who's taking the picture? It has to be, it's more likely it's a guy. So Instagram is the new campaign website for cooch. Basically, they sell coochie pimping. It's gone from the street corners to the internet. Yeah, basically. It used to be Backpage and Craigslist too. But I don't think Craigslist is working that well for a lot of these girls. I don't think Craigslist is working that well. I think Instagram is working like a champ. When they're home, their room are messy and dirty, clothes on the floor, and the bed is not made up. Red flag. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of these girls, they don't clean up, man. Nasty. Yeah, a lot of these girls, man, they don't clean up, man. Don't clean up, don't cook either. I'm not saying all, but there's a lot of girls, it's nasty. They don't clean up. Don't clean up, can't cook. Yeah, some of them ain't gonna make it out there. They ain't gonna make it. I mean, them shit be everywhere. On the floor, shit on the floor, stuff on the bed, stuff on the dresser. If you go in the kitchen, same thing. Stuff on the floor and stuff on the all over on the counter. I'm like, my God, clean up in here, man. And you wonder why you're not getting no action. And these are the same women that want guys to go down on them. They're complaining. He won't go down on me. I wouldn't go down on you either. You're nasty. Clean up. I'm not going down on no woman that's in a nasty house. Heck with that. I wouldn't. Hey, my mom ain't raised no fool. My mom used to tell me, if the woman's house nasty, her body's probably nasty, or vice versa. Heck with that, man. If her house nasty, her body probably nasty, or if her body nasty, her house probably nasty. The car too. The car nasty, her house probably nasty. He's a nasty house. Yeah, basically. Nasty house, nasty cooch. I think if a single mom do a weird reverse happiness syndrome and make the son the husband she wanted, those brothers turn out confused on how to be, man. Watch them; they can't make decisions. Well, here's the thing. But here's the deal. The moms don't really care. I'm gonna say this. See, nobody wants to talk about this. Most mothers, whether they single or married, it don't even matter. It don't matter if they're single or married. Most mothers, I grew up looking at this. They really don't care about their sons. They don't care about their boys. They don't care about them because they don't push them hard like they push their daughters. I said it, and I'll stand on that. They don't care about the boys. They push their daughters all the time. They push their daughters hard. So that's why a lot of the mothers treat the boys the way they do. Because they'll say, okay, I want a man like this, I want a man like that, but they raise their boys to be the opposite of that. So that's like, that doesn't make any sense. You're raising the person that you say you don't want. that's that doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, come on, stop playing games. So the mothers gotta let the boys go. See, a lot of times, once the boys start getting a little out of control, that's when the mom wants to say, hey, here's your son. He's 14, 15 now. It's a little too late. See, so she wants to the mothers will take the credit. If the boy turned out good, she'll take the credit. If he start having problems, she blamed the dad. So that's what's going on today. And it's been going on. That was going on when I was growing up. So it's never the mother's fault. They'll raise the boys to be soft and weak. Sad. Saggy pants tell you a lot. Well, the saggy pants thing, that came from, that really started from jail, man. It started from jail. Then it came through hip hop music back in the day. That's where that really came from, man. That's more of a that started off more of a kind of like a way of dress, kind of like a style. That's where it kind of changed. It's kind of like the problem. I'm not saying it's a problem with us. We're very creative people. We'll take a negative and flip it into something positive. That's the thing. This is why a lot of people are confused by a lot of stuff that we say and do, because they don't understand us. We'll take a negative word or a way of dressing like saggy pants or we'll take anything that's negative and flip it and turn it into a term of endearment or something positive or, but I don't think we should do that with everything, though. I think some things we should just knock it dead. And I think the sagging the pants was one of them. I think we should it should have never came about. That's just my opinion, though. That's my opinion. You know what I know? A female who sent her daughter to the Navy, but her son is still at home playing video games. I never understood why she refused to send the boy to the Navy. Because she think he ain't no good anyway. That's why she didn't send him in the Navy. That's what's that about. She don't think he's no good anyway. She don't think he's gonna, even if she do send him in the Navy, she don't think he's gonna turn out to be anything anyway. That's what that's about. So she won't even try because she thinks that he ain't no good. He just like his sorry ass daddy. You need a talk show. I think this is best it's gonna get, brother. Hey, it could change, but I think this is best it's gonna get. At least for a long time, anyway. But you never know. You never know. You never know. The possibilities are endless. You never know what I might get into in the next couple of years. You get a thumbs up for me. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. As long as I'm making an impact with people on here, I'll keep doing it. I'll keep going. Yeah, so that's what's that about. They'll give their daughters the benefit of the doubt, but I don't get the benefit of the doubt. You see what I'm saying? But serious, that cleared up my condition of why the chick never sent her something. Yeah, she doesn't really think he's gonna make it anyway. She doesn't think he's gonna become anything. So why even try? That's her way of thinking. And I've dealt with this when I was younger. I've seen this happen over and over again with my friends' moms and parents when I was younger. The daughters they'll push the daughter, hey, you should go to college. Go to this college because such and such is going to this college. And meanwhile, me and her son is hanging out, and I'll be like, yo, what you gonna do? We about to graduate, yo. What you thought? You going to college or military? He was like, I don't know yet, man. I'll let you know. And I'll go back to his house, and the mom is telling the daughter, hey, you applied for that college at such and such school or whatever. And she's talking to the daughter, making all these plans about where the daughter's gonna be going at or where she want him to go at. And she ain't saying nothing to her son. Not one word. He's useless. This happens all the time. It's been going on for a long time, man. It's been going on. That we don't get no benefit of the doubt. And check this out. Even when you do, even to this day, even when I do something that's uncommon, people look at it and it's kind of like they kind of water it down, or they'll say something like, oh, how'd you do that? Oh, okay. Uh, they'll question it. It's always some question mark. It's never a congratulations, good job. None of that. None of that. None of that. I thank God that I had good parents. My parents never did me like that. They never did me like that. They always pushed me hard. Go after it. Go give it 110%. Give it all you got, regardless of what people say. You got to believe in yourself. My parents were like that. They weren't like, they didn't play that favoritism game. Well, this is my favorite son. This is my favorite daughter. And no, my parents didn't play that. They didn't play them games. They didn't do that. One thing I respect about my parents is they were honest with me. They were honest. Whenever I asked them a question, they gave me an answer. They never said, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Why we got to talk about this now? Never. 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 As a matter of fact, the same way I'm talking now, this is the same way my mom used to talk. Because my mom used to speak in front of an audience at church, at some type of business function in our town, my mom used to speak just like this, but better than me, 10 times better than me. And she was always straightforward, always straightforward. But what was interesting about my mom is she could always pull back when need be. She was headstrong, but at the same time, she knew how to be a woman. She know how to be. She wasn't like a feminazi, like these women out here. She wasn't masculine. She knew when to go. She knew when to be headstrong, when to speak her mind, but at the same time, she knew her place as a woman. And she let my dad be a man. She never demasculated him, never talked over him. Like, I never saw that. Like, never. You know? Never. That's the thing. Women today are very masculine in America. And this is why a lot of them get sick. Because they've taken on the role of a man. And they don't know how to pull back in certain environments. They're the same way all the time. And this is why a lot of women burn out. Because they don't understand the woman's role. If you speak in front of a audience of women today, and you say, hey, if you say something like this, the best thing you can do as a woman is to be submissive to your man, women will be like, what? Oh, hell no. Hey, oh, hell no. They think submissiveness is an awful thing. But I'm like, no, if that's your man, no, that's not an awful thing at all. That's a great thing. But they don't see it that way. Where do you see our young black brothers and sisters in the next 5 years, despite how social media has been a huge difference? Big ups to your parents. Let me tell you something, man. You got these anti-social retards on social media today. They have no social skills. They have no social skills. All they do is stay on the keyboards. They never get outside and talk to people or meet people. They think that you should use email and text for everything. And whenever they get around to talking to somebody, or if someone approaches them, they get so nervous. They're very awkward. So I think it's going to get worse within the next 5 years. They don't know how to socialize with people. I mean, today, man, you know how easy it is to stick out from guys today when it comes to approaching women. All you gotta do is pick up the telephone if you want to stick out. If you get a woman's number today and you call her tomorrow, don't text. Just pick up the phone and dial the number. That 50%, that's going to have you stick out from 50% of the guys she got in her phone number. If she's in her 20s, yeah, so it's like, it's people if you can talk to a woman on the telephone, you can talk to her in person. But if you texting all the time, that's not the same thing as having a conversation. So I think social media has been a disadvantage for us. for most of us. We don't utilize it right. We really don't. I mean, you have a bunch of people acting like a fool on some of these sites. They're not representing. They're not representing themselves. They're not representing their family. They're not representing their last name. They're not representing the culture. They're not representing anything in a good fashion. I'm talking the majority. Of course, it's not everybody, but the majority, it's not, it hasn't worked out for us, social media. It hasn't. Most of us are making a fool out of ourselves. I'm serious. It's like some stuff I'll be seeing, I'm like, oh my God. Stuff people be saying too. I'm like, you're an idiot. They say stuff for views. They say stuff to get attention. They say stuff to get paid, to get opportunities. Man, come on, man. What are we doing out here? People will do anything to get attention online. And if you meet some of these people in person, they're awkward. They're socially awkward. They don't know how to talk. It's like a lot of these people, they don't like people either. That's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of entertainers are like this. A lot of entertainers really hate people. They don't really like being around they don't really like their fans. A lot of these Instagram girls are like that. A lot of these entertainers are like that too. But they hide it well. But if you really pay attention, if you get them talking, that's when it's going to slip out. You're going to see how much they hate their fans. They hate their followers online. They hate the fans that show up at the show to see them. They really hate them. That's what a lot of people don't realize about a lot of these entertainers and a lot of these Instagram girls. They hate their followers. They hate their fans. And these people buy their stuff and they still hate them, that's messed up, but a lot of these people are like that. I saw the movie House Party the other day. I realized teens don't go to parties to dance or have fun like we did. They go to parties or clubs and be on the phone texting something in the club. Yeah, they be texting now. When they go to the club now, the women go to dance together. They don't really go to meet people. And the guys, same thing. They play the wall. The guys be on the wall. They too cool to dance. And the women on the dance floor dancing all together. So I don't even know why people go out. I guess they go to drink. I don't know. Apple Mac in the house. Shit, man. It's going down. I think the hate starts with them having to submit to doing all kind of mess of stuff in their contract, like working nonstop and take it out on their fans. Yeah, a lot of these people, they hate their fans. It's like it's weird. It's a weird scenario. Really. How can you hate the people that help you pay your bills? That doesn't make any sense. The money they give you, that's how you eat and take care of yourself. And how the hell you hate them? It's some girls I've seen on Instagram live do like let people come on the live and Instagram feed with them. And you should hear how they talk to them. You should hear how they talk to these guys when they're on Instagram Live with them. They're fans. They talk to them like they're retards. And these guys, it's even some women, same thing. And they still, they take that. They put up with that. I'd be like, hey, man, nobody going to talk to me like that. I'll just get off. I don't care. When I was a teen, if you didn't dance, good girls will not talk to you. If you hit a good two-step, you got them panties off. Yeah. Yeah, man, they'll, it's people doing different things today, but it ain't working though. That's the thing. This goes back to what I said earlier. Some people want to look good and fail in the end. They want to look good and fail in the end. But they don't want to look bad and succeed in the end. It's crazy. It's just a crazy scenario. I took the iPhone from my 16-year-old twins for being disrespectful and thought it was the end of the world. Oh man, you take that phone away? Gracious. Wait. Hey, that phone is their livelihood. That phone is their livelihood, man. That phone is live. Anybody want to call up? 800-315-82. 800-315-8203. You got to sleep with one eye open after taking that phone. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. That phone is a part of their happiness, part of their livelihood. It's too early to call. Where you at? What part of the country you at? Or maybe you overseas. I forgot. Yeah, I remember you said you don't live with them. Oh, you get off at 9. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. It's like it's a cold world out here, man. It's not pretty. I don't think everything supposed to be pretty. To be honest. I have a question for you. Yeah, what's your question, Anthony? What do you think about dating black women outside your culture? Oh, that's cool. I dated black women outside uh, of America or outside of our culture. Yeah, I done that. I done that 2 or 3 times. Apple Mac. It's cool. I dated one girl. She was from Nigeria. The other girl was from Sudan. Uh, the other girl was I didn't date her, but we just smashed. So she's from Ethiopia. So yeah, I done that a few times. It's cool, man. The line busy? Really? That's weird. Yeah, I don't think anything wrong with that, Apple Mac. I see them as hey, they still black, man. They in America. They might be from a different culture, but they still black. Really. Let's just keep it real. I know some of these women from the islands, they think they something else. But you know. Oh, you say you're busy. Okay, I got you. I always hear dudes talk about how nicer they are. Um, Nicer. I think they respect men better. That there's some truth to that. Because, like, let's take a girl that's from Ethiopia, for example, Nigeria, Kenya. Uh, the men are kind of expected to lead. That's how it is. Now, in America, for the most part, most black women, you have to kind of prove that you can lead before they kind of relinquish the leadership role to you. Now, most guys might not even realize this. That's how it usually works. And even then, once she released the leadership role to you, even then, there's always an underlying thing where it's like he might fail, or or I can't trust him. So it's that. So it's always that little bug that's within most black women, not all, but most black women have that little chip in them that's been put there on purpose. So that's the difference, Apple Mac, between the black women of other cultures versus the one that's born here. That's like, that's like one of the big. That's a big difference. That's one of the main differences that I've learned over the years. At your age, right now, have you considered having kids, or it's never at your age? Yeah. I still want at least one kid. I could have had kids a long time ago, but I chose to wait. Yeah, I actually met 3 women. I had three women that wanted to have kids with me, but I chose to wait it out. And the woman that I did want to have a kid with, she can't deliver. So I guess that's what I get for passing up my opportunities when I had them earlier. I guess. No, you said my line is busy. Yeah, I don't know why it's busy though. That's kind of weird. White girls from the island are scandalous. They pretend to be nice until they get what they want from you. Men are expected to go lead in country like Jamaica, but they will try your manhood. Well, yeah, Jamaican women are uh Jamaican women can be very aggressive. Yeah, my ex girlfriend was Jamaican, so some Jamaican women can be aggressive. You're gonna have to check them from time to time. That's how that works. You know, you have to you might have to force a Jamaican woman to submit. I mean, like put the D on her. That's what I'm talking about. That's that's usually how that works. I'm not saying all Jamaican women because I haven't met all of them. But the Jamaican women I met, you usually had to put that D down, baby. So you have to force her into submission. I think it's all crap. Shoot, think like a woman outside the U.S. will act right longer, but almost will turn back and then a U.S. woman will give you 2 years max, a foreign woman will give you 4. Well, if you bring a woman from someplace else over here, she's probably going to become brainwashed over a couple years. So, yeah, I agree with that. You got to keep in mind, women do things based on the consequences. I mean, that's usually how that works. Everything is usually based on benefits, the bag, the consequences, fair. Fair works. Fair. All that work. It's a combination of everything. This is why a lot of guys are on child support, because the woman knew that the guy wasn't going to do anything to her. That's the truth. A lot of guys don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. A lot of guys are on child support because the woman know he wasn't going to do nothing about it anyway. But if that woman thought that guy probably get after her, she wouldn't even think about putting him on no child support. I don't know. I keep I don't know what's up with that. Maybe something wrong with my 800 number. That's probably what it is. I don't think it's my phone. It's probably my 800 number. Something's probably going on with it. Yeah, I have to check that out when I get off. You want a girl or a boy? So I bet you want. Do I want a girl or a boy? I want a boy. Yeah, I want a boy. I mean, I really want both, but if I had to pick which one I want first, I would say a boy. I met a couple of Ethiopian women that came up to me in the gym and was choosing hard. Both of them were fine, but I was in a relationship and a girl was pregnant. I could have smashed. Didn't want. She asked my family from Jamaica. You would check them. Period. Yeah, Jamaican women can be aggressive sometimes. Yeah, and the thing about a lot of Jamaican women, they can be aggressive for you and against you. Yeah, it's funny how that works sometimes. And Ethiopian women can be aggressive too. That's another thing. Ethiopian women can be aggressive too. If an Ethiopian woman is choosing, I've seen them. It can be a little aggressive. You know, I've heard. I used to know a girl. Man, God rest in peace to her. Man, she got killed, man, in a car accident here in North Carolina. This is like 10 years ago, and I used to talk to her at work sometimes, and she used to tell me about some of her stories, some of the stuff she she did, and she was like, "Man, if I'm into a guy," she's like, if she's sexually aroused enough," she said, "she'll take it." She'll go over his house and try to take it. I said, "Oh my God." So yeah, I've this woman in particular, I've seen her in action, like socially. I've seen her approach guys and have a conversation with them, and she's talking like she's campaigning for the guy, like right in front of me while we're at work. She's asking for the guy phone number and everything. So I've seen her in action. So when she told me she was the type of woman that would take it if she got horny, I believed her. So yeah, you know, I don't got a problem with that though. Some guys don't like that. I don't got a problem with a woman being aggressive in the sack. Even a woman that approaches me, I don't got a problem with that either. I don't got a problem with that. You know, all you gotta do is just up and buy her a brand new wood chipper. When she says, "What's that for?" all you say is that you bought it for her. That's because. Oh, she's very attractive. She's a very attractive girl. Yeah, I give her a strong. Let me see. I'd give her a strong 7. I give her a strong 7. 7.5, maybe 8. I give her 8. I give her 8. Yeah, I give her 8. Yeah, she was a very attractive girl. She was 32 at the time. And funny thing, she got over here. She was sponsored by a family because she came over as a nanny from Ethiopia as a nanny for about. She was a nanny for about 8 years. 8 years as a nanny, and then she ended up getting a job, and then she wasn't she was still staying with the family, but yeah, she was still staying with the family though. But she was transitioning from staying with the family. That's why she got the job. But unfortunately, man, she got killed, in a car accident. So she didn't get a chance to break away from that family. No child, I was talking about how to keep a girl from putting you on child support. Oh, well, what the hell? Well, you ain't got to do all that, Apple Mac. All you got to do is just make threats indirectly. And some you might not even have to do that, because some women, if they seen how you act, if they seen what you do to other people, if they cross you, some women think, hey, he might do that to me too. So you don't even have to really make no threats. You don't even have to pull out no wood chipper. You ain't got to do any of that stuff. Some people know who they can try and who they can't. 7 and 8 is good, still trainable. Oh yeah, I like 7 and 8, Anthony. 7 and 8 is where I usually that's my sweet spot. 7 and 8. 7 and 8, that's my sweet spot, man. 9s and 10s have too many options. So, I mean, you might hit a 9, but she probably won't stay around you very long. She have too many options. 4s and 5s, any chance? Nah, I don't do the 4s and 5s. Nah. Yep. I'm like the Black Knight in here, baby. We're doing it like that. Got the black video going on. We're doing it like that, baby. We got night vision going on. Night vision going on, man. I like doing things different. What if a chick great on everything except looks? What do you do? Set your sight higher than 5. Have confidence, brothers. If she's if she ain't if I'm not attracted to her, it's not gonna work. We'll just we can be friends with no strings attached. But I have to be attracted to a woman. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm fooling myself if I'm thinking that's gonna work. That's not gonna work. I have to be attracted to the woman. I just have to. I have to be drawn to her in some type of way. The 9s and 10s can't cook. You know what's crazy, Anthony? I met some 9s that can cook. That's the crazy thing. You know what? You know what's crazy, man? I've met if I really think about it, the most attractive women that I've met, they can actually cook. Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of weird, but you would think it'd be the opposite. But the most attractive women that I know, they can actually cook. Yeah. You know. But you are drawn to her for everything that she does. She's just not attractive. Well, I'm not usually impressed by what people do very often, Apple Mac. I'm not really impressed by what people do very often. So that I understand what you're saying, but that wouldn't work for me. I won't be drawn to her, attracted to her because of what she does. No, that almost never happens with me. I'm not really impressed with what people do very often. It's rare. It's rare. Wrong 9 and 10s can cook. It's the women upbringing. Most 9 and 10 don't. Why? Because brothers take them out to wine and dine them. Do they get lazy? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. A lot of them do take them out to eat a lot, but a lot of them can cook though. That I've met. They might not do it often, but that's been my experience. You know, yeah, that's been my experience. Now, if you take a woman that's their upbringing has a lot to do with it. That's true, no doubt about it. Have you had an ugly chick hang around and doing all kind of shit for you, and you appreciate it, and because of her, you start to think you like her, but in reality, it's sympathy. No, I never. No, I never had that happen before. No, no, I never felt sympathy. For a woman like that. Nah, no. What happened to the lights? I never turned the lights on, Booker T. I never turned it on. I started during the day, and now it's dark. It's actually not. It's actually not. It's actually not dark outside. Not really, really that dark outside. It's getting dark outside. It's just dark in here. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think I would let her go that far, Apple Mac. Till I get to the point where I'm letting her do all this stuff, knowing well that if she keeps doing stuff, you know where it's going, or you know where she wants it to go. I don't think I would let her go that far because I wouldn't want to lead her on to think otherwise, to think that she can win me over. She got a chance. I wouldn't let her go that far. Yeah, yeah, I'll catch you next time. And you tell her what the deal is, you know what she gonna say about you. Well, that's why I wouldn't let her go that far. Cause you know, that you ain't shit. Well, that's one reason why I wouldn't let her go that far. Because you know, I won't let her go that far so she can start talking that type stuff. You know. Well, hey man, it's been real. I'm about to sign off here, man. You know, if you like this video, man, check out my Patreon. Any comments, concerns, leave it below. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.